So Aaron Imholte is the host of
Steel Toe
Morning Show. Okay. Oh, okay. So my next question is, that's the lead up. Who hosts the Steel Toe Morning Show?
Aaron Imholte.
It's in and out. But when he was working with
easiest Jeopardy ever. Your version of Jeopardy is very easy.
What's your take on him? I'm just curious. I know you started paying attention more to this Dabbleverse stuff lately.
Yeah.
People are starving for this shit.
I know. I didn't know who Aaron was from a hole in the wall. Apparently, Bob Levy and Aaron did a show at some point in their lives, and that show was supposed to have, I think they sent an audition thing in for Compound Media, the two of them, like, together, and I don't think I ever saw it. I don't remember ever seeing it, and I think maybe Keith looked at it and was just like, yeah, this isn't a show we want to have. And I'm like, okay, but I never heard of this guy. Apparently he was a big fan of mine, O&A, over the years. And then when all this shit went down with his wife, I did do their show once when his wife was on, him and April. And I'm like, okay, I'll do your show. Fuck it. And we talked with Pleasant. We had a good time. April seemed nice and she was pretty, you know. Yeah. And then all this shit busts loose that she's doing coke with this lawyer guy, this like fucking weird sexual lawyer guy.
Yeah, weird sexual. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just like, and then lately I've been catching a lot of the Aaron thing through Who Are These Podcasts and what have you. So I'm just like, oh, he seems like a piece of shit. I don't know. He's never been a piece of shit to me personally, but I would assume other people would see him as a piece of shit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yes, and I concur.
But they can't stop, being interested in him.
Yes.
Especially in clips, like just like with Stuttering John. And just like with Stuttering John, he's bulletproof to like anything that might give him any self-awareness at all. You know what I mean? Or any sort of comment that might sort of, I don't know, nothing wakes him up. Nothing makes him not say it's another win for the toe. He just thinks everything's a win. And it's fascinating, I guess.
It is. It is. We just love watching people trip over their own dicks over and over and over again. I don't know why. Look, we've all been in the barrel in our lives. The trick is to crawl out of it and get back on your way. The whole thing we were talking about earlier when I got arrested in 2015 or whatever it was. That was a time where a lot of people could say a lot of funny or bad or nasty or whatever shit about me. I was out there shitting on everyone else. And I'm part of the media, and then something happens to me, and hey, look at this fucking guy. So I get it, but you get up and you dust yourself off, and you try to find another asshole in a barrel that you can start pointing at and calling a piece of shit.
You're like, 25 years on the radio. Do they call me Anthony the Broadcaster? Call me Anthony.
Anthony the Do they call me pissy-eyed Anthony? No, they call me girl biter.
Fair, it's I think that Aaron is, if there is to be a new Stuttering John, he's it. Because he's
geared up.
He's got the quality.
Yeah. He's definitely gearing up to be that, to take the place. It's amazing. Like and Zumach's another one though that's just astounding to me. To be so far down on the interest level of anybody. I'm not saying he's good or bad. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying no one knows who the fuck Chad Zumock is. And, Florentine throws him a bone every so often. I guess, first of all, as a comic, you don't want someone up there that's so much better than you. You don't want a person. You would like a person that's not going to drive the crowd away.
Right.
But you definitely don't want them killing.
No.
And they could work cheap. and they're willing to, go wherever you are because they, want to be on your coattails.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I guess, what Florentine's doing with Zumock. But Zumock acts like he's world renowned. It's amazing to me.
It really is never ending. And just he loves to work. He loves to go out and do. We did this sold out show. How many tickets did you sell?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Godfrey, so, I mean, like, it's insane. I went over his show that he did in Atlantic City. I on the stream. I just like watched or listened to the whole thing. It was a video, but it was like mostly just listening. And I was like,
yeah,
this is open mic shit.
Yeah.
He's been doing comedy for I don't know how long, and I was really just kind of like correcting the jokes, making suggestions, drop this, mostly drop everything, start all over again, write it from your perspective now. But he's a clear criminal. I mean,
yeah, he's a piece of shit. Another one that's just a piece of shit and has not been able to crawl out of the barrel and point at another piece of shit.
Yeah,
he just keeps trying to point, and the fingers go right back at him.
And he loves to point. Oh my God, does he love to? He lives for this shit maybe more than anybody. He's a great character in the whole scenario.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any.
The sad thing is he still can't beat out Steel Toe for second place after Stuttering.
No, he's
in Devil.
He's not as interesting. He does, he's a low level. I'll steal your credit card out of the gym locker at a gym. What a just scumbag move that is. But if you have your wife divorces you and goes and cocaine and fucking some like destroyed, ruined lawyer allegedly, that's interesting. That's fucking interesting. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, and seemingly with his full cooperation, like April, meet this guy who's gonna cuck me.
Oh God.
And then when she wouldn't go with him, it sounds like because she's all wrapped up in coke and strange dick at that point, because how it is when you're married. You're like, who really rings your bell sexually, who really makes your motor run is anybody but your spouse. Men not being my husband really turns me on.
Right. And add a little cocaine and woo. I'll go with this guy. We'll fuck around a little coke, and you're just, hop in, jump right in my vagina.
And now it's all in court. Why? I'll tell you. It's simple, because Aaron snitched on everybody, told all of their dirty laundry. Yeah. One guy, we only have his perspective. That's it. And the rest of them haven't said anything, obviously. But God, I mean, like to seize control of the narrative, he wanted that so bad that he just like, I'm just going to spill everything. And I think he was kind of afraid that, if he didn't get it out first, that,
Yeah. Sometimes, getting ahead of it works. Other times it's just like, well, all you're doing is confessing. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's not like something you could go, oh, yeah, I did that, but let me explain or say, are you getting ahead of it? But that's just like, oh, yeah, I was cucked by this fucking disgraced lawyer, and my wife ran off cokehead and, fuck this guy and his wife, and
she won't come home. And
you're like, oh, that's not really getting ahead of it. That's just you saying the awful thing that happened.
Yeah, you stood unaccused, and now
right.
What a moron. That's not the way I would have gone.
Hit the like button
and be like, yeah.
Okay, fuck you, Doom.
Goodbye. I'll do it like that show. Goodbye.
Shut up, Doom. Doom, cool it. For the love of God. Come on.
Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.